Alright, we'll get into the solo later. I can't hit my overdrive because it's behind me. So, jack that up. Hard song to not screw up, but I tried. So, I'll try to explain this the best I can. A couple things to start out with. If you're not good at using your pinky, this is going to be very difficult for you. So I would suggest practicing that. You know, do like hammer-on pull-off exercises. Do a minor 7 chord and just sit there. Over and over again, right? You just do that. Don't do it for more than like 5-10 minutes when you first start, because you'll wake up the next day and your hand will be sore and won't function. So that, and then work on your double stops. You can just run a pentatonic scale like. You just sit there. You know, just do that kind of stuff. So that'll help. And anyway, the intro, you get dead rhythm, GBE 12, slide off, thump to low E, smack smack, right? Hammer on 2 on the A, open G, 5-7 on the A, hammer. And you're going to have 5-5, D and G, hit both of those together, hit 7 on the D, and then just slide off. Open E, slide into 3 on E with your thumb, and then hit open G. Then you're going to bar B and E on 3. Hammer on pull off 5 on the high E, and then hit the 3 on B and E again. Then open G again. Alright, so you get open G, and then you're going to go 3-4 GB, and then hammer on to 5 on G. Okay, we're just forming a G chord basically. Okay, then land on D on 5. Okay, slide into 5 on the E. And then we have, I rake, man. I learned Stevie's version. Like, that's the other thing. Pick one, because you're not going to be able to retain both of them. So, I mean, I would say learn Jimmy's first, because he has the chordal stuff. Stevie doesn't do the chordal things. He does all the lead stuff, you know, all that kind of stuff. But his version is really cool. But like once you learn it, you'll forget Jimmy's in a heartbeat. So kind of pick one that you want to stick with, right? So you can rake in, or you can just go. I'll just give it to you straight. You got 5-7 on the A, and then you're gonna go G on 5, back to 7 on A. Right? Alright, so you got so hammer on 5, 7 on D. And then you'll go 7 on D, and then you'll go 5, 5, A, D, hammer on 7 on the A. It's a hard thing to teach slow. I didn't really think this through. So you get a alright, so it's just A, D on 5, hammer on 7 on the A. And then 5, 7, E, real slow. Right. Okay, then you're going to come up and do this E minor 7 chord. Bar 7, A down, 9 on D, 8 on B. If you don't know an E minor 7 chord, you shouldn't be learning Little Wing. Okay? So, alright, then we're going to come up here, we're going to go, now he hammers on really fast. It's not like that. It's an Isley Brothers hammer, right? Alright, so you get a okay, just hammer on, pull off 10 with your pinky on B, and then just hit the G on 7. And then we're gonna go bar 7. Just keep it barred, and we'll just change the strings we're doing. We got A, D, 10 on A, D, G on 7, to D on 9, back to 7, back to 10, back to 7, slide off. Okay. Then we go into 7 on the low E for this B minor, bar 7 G, B, and E, 9 on D, pinky on 9. This is the pattern. Have 9 on high E with your pinky and go 9, 10, 7, right? Slide in. Okay, so you had 9, 10, high E on 7, and then hit B, and then D on 9, right? So you get, alright, and then you're going to slide into 6 on the low E, and you're going to hit D on 8, B on 6, G on 7, and then thump the low E on 5. So you get, and then we're going to go, alright, and this part, what makes this kind of tricky is that you're going from having your thumb hanging over in the bass, and then you have to get totally parallel, like to the wall. You have to really drop your wrist. I mean, you're playing like this, right? And then to get this next part, you have to go like that. Alright, so you're going from here to here. Alright, that's the secret. That's kind of the key to getting this. It's a big stretch, right? Because you want to get 9 on the D and 5 on the G to ring together the whole time. So you're going to go bar D, G on 5, and then you're going to go 7 on D with it. You can go 7, 9, D, 7, and then 5, D, G. And then you're going to have 8, A, 5 D, and then go down to 7, and then 5 7, okay, and then 5 7 on the E, okay, slide in, off, and then slide into 3 on the low E. We're gonna do the coolest chords ever, right? So if you got that, you also have Castles Made of Sand. Yeah. However it goes. Alright, so then you have G on your thumb on 3, 5 on D, open G, 3 on B, 5 on high E. And it's going to be the same chord, we're just going to shift it up 2 frets, back to 3, and then down 2 frets. So 3 to 5, 3 to 1. Right? So that whole little part, let's do from the beginning real slow. Okay, then you're going to slide in from 1 to 3 on A. So you just kind of arpeggiate a C bar or a C power chord. And then we're going to go 5 on G and B and hammer on 7 and then stab 5 again. And then right to D. Okay, then we're going to go 7 D G, bar that, hammer on 9, back to 7. Okay, then you got 10, 7. Then you got 7 AD, and then you got 9. Okay. You're always hitting the string below it on that double stop. Like when I say hammer on 9 on D, you're always hitting like the note below it with it, like the G. Same here. When you go here, you're hitting the D below it. Same here. When you go to 9 on the A, you're hitting the D on 7 with it. You know. All right. So that's the end of it, and you get 2 of those. Open E. Okay. Famous little trill there on 2nd fret D. Then you're gonna palm mute and go. Just do it twice. E to that 2nd fret D. And then you're gonna go hammer on a 5/5 to 7 on the A. Slide off 7 on the E. Slide into 3 with your thumb. Okay. Get this cool D thing we do. 2 on G, 3 on B. And then you're going to go 5 on a D. Back to 2, 3. 4 on G. Back to 2, 3. Back to 5. Back to 2, 3. Okay. Okay, after you slide in, hit the open D, slide into 5 on the E. Okay, then you have 7 on D, 5 on G, and then you're gonna again drop your wrist down. You have 5 on G, 9 on the D. You're gonna go 9, keep the G in it the whole time. 9, 7, 5. Okay, then 8. Let me get my bearings here. We got. Oh, that's what it is. That's right, we're in the verse now. So you're just going to bar 5 on D and G. have 7 on D, hammer on and off 9 on the D, and then come back to 5 D, G. Okay. Okay, then go 7 on A. And then you're going to go 5-5 AD, double stop, hammer on 7A. And then come down 2 strings and do D, G, 5, hammer on 7D. Okay, open E, then do this E minor 7 shape again. Just do it once. And I'm just going to hit the G, D, or just hit the G. And then take your ring finger off of 9, and we're going to go. That's 8 on B, 7 G, D. Slide in 7 on the low E, and we're going to go. Okay, we're going to hit you can strum all 3, D, G, and B. And then 9 on pinky, high E. So you're going to go 9, 10, 7, 10 on B, to 7 on B, and then hammer on, pull off 7 to 9. So you get. Right, you're just going to repeat that same thing down a fret, so you get. Alright, and then you'll go 6 on low E, and you'll hammer on 7 to 8 on the G, and then just thump the A there, so you get. Right, so, and then you're going to go into that, just bar A, D, and G, just keep it there, and then you're going to hit D and G on 7 to 9, 9D, 5G, and just walk it back, 9, 7, 5, and then we're going to go 8 to 7 on the A with your 5 on D, and just slide it off. Right. Then we go and slide in 3 on E. Okay. Then hit the D on 5th fret. And then we're going to do G on 4, 3 on B. Stab them together and hammer on, pull off the 5th fret G. Land on 5D. Slide it back. You got a thumb on 1, mute the A, D on 3, open G, 1 on B, 3 on high E. Okay, then you go up to the C and D power chords. Then we get into the second part. This is how I play. You go open E, little harmonic, and then you're going to hammer on 12 to 14 with the high E open in it. Okay. And you're just going to walk it back. Every note's going to be on 14 single. Every note is going to be a double stop on 12. Slide off 14 on A. Then land 3 on the low E. Okay, then you have G on 2, B on 3. You're going to slide it twice and then pick it the 3rd time. Alright. Okay, open E to 5. 7 on D, 5 on G. Alright. 5, 7. And then you'll have 5, 5 on AD. And then hammer on to 7 on the A. back to 5/5, back to 5/7, slide off. Alright, so you get a okay. Now we're gonna hammer on and pull off again on 10 with this E minor 7 shape. And walk it all the way back. After you hammer on and pull off, go G, D, A. Then you're going to hammer on twice with the D and G. Hammer on D on 9 with the G on 7 with it. It's real fast twice, so. Okay, and then we're going to slide into 7 again. And then hit the 9 on D. And then we're going to go 9, 10, hit the B with it. 9, 10, 9, 7. Okay. 9, 10, 9, 7, 7. Okay, 7. And pick the E, B, G. Alright, so. Then go to 6. Thumb on 6. And then D on 8, B on 6, G on 5. Alright, so you'll get a. This is a cool lick. Okay, we're almost home, right? So after you get the. You're going to bar 5 on the B and E. Hit them together and then pull off 7 on the B. And then after you pull off, go 7 on G to 7 on D, separate, right? And then double stop GB on 5, double stop D on 7, 5 on G, and then DG on 5. Okay, then after you get, you're going to go 5 on the A and D, hit them together, hammer on 5, hit it twice, and then 8, 7. Alright, so you get. Alright. Okay, and back to this, slide into 3, 3, 4, hammer on the 5. And don't finish it, okay? Instead of going, just go. And we're going to go into those chords from the intro, right? Okay, and you're back into your power chord, back into D, and then your harmonics. Instead of going like, I think he actually goes E, A, D, and hits the G and B together. I don't know. I'm just going by memory because I've heard this song like, for 25 something years. So here's the solo. I don't even know if I'm playing it note for note. I don't think I am at all, but it'll be close enough. You can learn it somewhere else if you want it like totally accurate. I think it's pretty accurate, but I'm just kind of adding in some little things. But for the most part, it's accurate. You're going to be 15 on B. I think he just bends it once. Whole step vibrato, and then bend up, and then pick it, bend it down real fast to 15. 12 on the B, hammer on 12, 15 B, back to 12. And then you're going to pre-bend 15 down to 12 on G. Okay, then you're going to go 12, 14, bend it up, 14. Grab pinky on 15B. Bring down the bend, pull off to 12. Okay, hit it on 14G, so you get. That's what it is. Bend up on 14 and hit 14 straight. Then 14D. Get all Stevie on it. Alright, so anyway, we'll go so 14, 12, 14. And I like to add in the B. Okay. 12, 14. And then I just kind of go, I don't think he does this, but just double stop it if you want. 12 to 14 G. Alright. And then you go hammer on 12, 14 G. And you're going to slide into 16. And you kind of slide off real quick. It's like real subtle. It's not like that. It's like he almost doesn't hit it. And you slide back from 16 to 12 on G. And then you just hammer on 12 to 14 and bend. Just pick it once. Okay? So you got... And then you hit, you can bar it, B on 12. And 3 times hammer on pull off 13 on the B. Back to 12 on G. 15B. Bring it down. 12B. 14G. And then we're going to do this unison bend. Alright, that's pretty cool. You got to work to get it in tune, right? So you got bend up 14, keep 12 on the B, and 15 with your pinky on the high E static. And then we'll just move it down 2 frets to 12, 10, 13, right? So you get... And just arpeggiate the bend. Like bring it down and back up. Right? So that's that. And then thumb on 8th fret. And you're going to go... Alright, so thumb 8th fret, you got 7, 8, G, B. You're going to hammer on and pull off 9 on the G to 10 on the D. So you got 7, 8, and then hit it straight once, that's right. Hit 9 and then hammer on again. Right? Up to 10. Same thing. And then we go 7 on the G, D and G. Hammer on to 9 on the D. Back to 7 twice. Then you get 10 on the A, 7 on the D. Then you get 7, 7, A and D. Okay, then you're on 9 on A, 7 on D. Okay, and then it just kind of repeats and fades out. Alright, so that's everything. I'll do it real slow, like every part from the intro, okay? So we'll go. I'll just do it straight. Mistress. Alright, so let me do that part again. So when you get into the that's everything. Just take it real slow. When you want to get something like this down, don't sit there and if you're struggling with a certain part, like whatever it is, don't sit there and play that part over and over. Like the way to get good at Little Wing isn't playing Little Wing over and over again. Like what you need to analyze your playing and figure out, what are you weak in? Are you weak in hammering on, pulling off? Are you weak in using your thumb? Is it double stops? Like what's the part that's tripping you up? And then figure out, okay, well, how can I work on that technique and practice it? And that's what will get you better. And then when you come back to play it, it'll be easier to play. So keep that in mind, and then just work slow, break it into little chunks, little parts at a time, and you'll have it in no time. All right, just practice slow, have fun.